CJ Flyer back with another YouTube video. In today's video we have yet another NBA 2K24 My NBA rebuild. It's the Restart Challenge, aka the Blow It Up Challenge, in which we take an NBA team roster, we trade away all 5 starters before the start of the season in an attempt to win the NBA championship within that same season. And today we have none other than the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have been heavily exceeding expectations this season, being a top 2 seed in the West, and it's going to be very difficult to top that. That is for sure. So we have Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey, and Lu Dort to trade away in this video. And of course, the best part, we're not limited to just the 5 starters to trade away. And as we all know, the Oklahoma City Thunder have been stockpiling numerous draft picks for the next few years. So we're going to be having a pick trading party here in an attempt to be able to put together a championship roster. Now first, as we know already from previous rebuild videos, it is nearly impossible to trade away players that are 95 overall or higher. So we're going to try to just get rid of Gilgeous-Alexander right off the bat, because I really don't think as we build up the quality of this team, it's going to be incredibly difficult to trade away players. As your team gets better and overall, teams are less likely to want to trade with you. So we got to get Shea out of here immediately. Let's just look at some of these trade offers here. So far, we're getting some pretty decent ones. Obviously, not as good as Gilgeous-Alexander, but right off the bat, you see the other Jalen Williams and Gilgeous-Alexander for Michael Bridges and Nick Claxton. That's not too bad. We got Jamal Murray here. So we got some good options. Zion, I like Zion, why not? And for the first time ever, we're actually getting superstar quality players in return. Devin Booker, are you kidding me? I was just saying how it feels like we never get any good quality trades in return. And right here, obviously Jalen Williams to Grayson Allen, I would say it's a little bit of a downgrade, but Devin Booker's on the table. Anthony Edwards on the table. Chet Holmgren for Cat. I'd rather have Chet Holmgren, but we're getting some quality players. Now, one I did not mention yet is the Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam trade for Gilgeous-Alexander and Lu Dort. However, I think we gotta take what we can get here, and we are getting some superstar talent. It's either this Suns trade or this Timberwolves trade. I'm on the fence because I really like Anthony Edwards, even at a 90 overall. But we're not building for the future. We're building for right now. And right now, I think Devin Booker is our best bet. So we're going to go ahead and trade for him. Now, putting Chet Holmgren in the trade finder, seeing what we have popping up. We have a couple good trades here. This one, we're getting some good value in return. Lauri Markkanen and Walker Kessler for Chet Holmgren and someone that was not going to get playing time anyways. We are getting none other than LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams in return for Chet Holmgren and Josh Giddey in this trade. This one I actually like quite a bit. We'd be pairing LaMelo Ball and Devin Booker, the 2 guards on this team. And then the other trade I like is for Şengün and Dylan Brooks. However, I think it's pretty easy to come across some solid bigs. So we are going to go through with this LaMelo Ball trade here. So now looking at the roster as it stands right now, we have Devin Booker and LaMelo Ball, Mark Williams starting at the 5, and we still have Lu Dort to trade away. Now, of course, once again, we have some picks to include as well. So we're going to start putting some of these draft picks in the trade finder and seeing what we can get popping up here. And right away, as you can see, like I said, some good value in this trade finder. We got Jared Allen popping up for a first-round pick and Davis Bertans. I mean, why not, right? With this same pick, we also have first-round pick with Lu Dort for Lauri Markkanen. We have a trade here for Nick Claxton, one for Jalen Duren. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. We have to go with the Jared Allen trade. This is definitely the best value that we're going to get. Now, as far as pairing Jarrett Allen and Mark Williams as, the 4 and the 5, I'm not too fond of that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to stick one of either Jarrett Allen or Mark Williams in the trade finder. We're going to see what kind of trades we can get popping up there. Okay, so based on the trade offers we're getting for Jarrett Allen, I'd actually rather trade away Mark Williams for now. And there's one trade in particular that I saw that I liked a lot, and it is for Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Duncan Robinson. I'm a huge fan of Jaime Jaquez Jr. Do I think he's a championship piece? Maybe not at this point in his career, like he's not a main guy. But he can definitely be a supporting role, and I think that's exactly what these two players in Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Duncan Robinson can provide in exchange for Mark Williams and Lou Dort. So we're going to go ahead, make this trade. At this point, we have traded away all 5 of the starters. However, we can still make some moves. We can still trade away some of those draft picks in an attempt to get some good players in return. But as of right now, we have a big 3 of Devin Booker, LaMelo Ball, Jarrett Allen. It does not exactly make me very excited, I'll tell you that much. But again, we did start with Gilgeous-Alexander, and to be able to get a player of a similar caliber in return in the trade finder is almost unheard of as far as these NBA 2K24 rebuilds are concerned, because teams love to make their players untouchable right off the gate. So I'm pretty surprised by that. Now, something else we could do, I just went into the trade finder here just to see what comes up for LaMelo Ball, because I don't really see him as a guy to lead a championship team as the primary ball handler at this point in his career. We did get a trade from the Denver Nuggets popping up for Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson. However, I'm not I'm not that excited about it. I'm really just not that excited. Like, it would be nice to get a championship caliber player in Jamal Murray back on this team, but LaMelo clearly has the better physical attributes. You know, he's got the height, he's got the swagger, he's got the moves, and I just, let's just roll with what we got. Let's see as far as LaMelo Ball is concerned, unless some other better trade pops up. Now, as far as the draft picks go, this is where I think we can go ahead. We can start really looking, seeing what kind of, trades we can get popping up for some of these draft picks. I think we can get some more decent players. Like right here, you can see Miles Bridges popping up. And we'll just go through some of these, see what kind of 80-plus overall players we can get popping up in the trade finder. Robert Williams, that is another one. So yeah, let's start going through that and get some more value. By the way, I edited Devin Booker to make his primary position a shooting guard, because that's really where it should be. So we have a trade here. It's the 2026 first-round pick for the Thunder. And we have one of our bench players here for Obi Toppin. I think that's a no-brainer. We're going to go ahead and make that trade. All right, another trade here. We have the 2024 first-round Jazz pick, top 10 protected, in Aaron Wiggins for Walker Kessler. We're going to go ahead and do this one. All right, so at this point, the roster's actually looking pretty weird. I don't have any great feelings about it, so I went ahead. We're going to do this trade just for the lulz at this point. We're going to trade Walker Kessler, Duncan Robinson, and a 2024 first-round pick for Dario Saric, and none other than the new enforcer on this team, Draymond Green. We're doing it. It's a really stupid trade. I don't care at this point. The whole roster is just really goofy. I just really do not believe in real life that a combination of LaMelo Ball and Devin Booker wins an NBA championship. So we're just going to go with the goofiest thing we could possibly do and see what happens, right? So we got LaMelo, Devin Booker, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Draymond Green, and Jarrett Allen as the starting 5. I am at a loss for words. This is not going to work. We're going to be lucky to win like 40 games at this point. That's how I feel about this roster. I just feel like I've put together one of the worst starting 5s with talent, because the Detroit Pistons obviously are much worse, but this team right here might be one of the worst talented starting lineups we've ever put together. And then we got Obi Toppin, Darius Saric, Isaiah Joe, and Grayson Allen off the bench. We're going to try one more time, see if we can get some kind of a better backup player with one of the draft picks. We still have a few first-round draft picks remaining. The problem is, like I've said in previous videos, as your team gets better and overall, more teams just ice you out as far as what they're willing to offer, and we're getting iced out here. I mean, we're getting iced out hard. No one's really willing to make any trades with us at this point. So as you can see, they're just willing to give us some draft picks in return of lesser value. No one wants to see the Thunder get better at this point, which I would argue we got much, much worse. I guess as far as overall, the team got better, but it really doesn't feel like it when you look at this roster. If I were to compare this roster to the existing, the current Oklahoma City Thunder roster, I just think 9 times out of 10, the actual real-life Thunder roster wins a game against this goofy team. Individually, these guys are really good. Devin Booker, LaMelo Ball, Jarrett Allen, they're all individually good players. Draymond, I have no comment. Jaime Jaquez Jr., obviously great. But putting these all together, this fit is one of the weirdest rosters. I don't have good feelings about this going into a simulation. I really don't. I guess we'll see what happens. This might be one of the most entertaining simulations we've done. Okay, so since in our rotation we have Cason Wallace not getting any playing time, I actually went ahead and put him in a first-round pick into the trade finder. And right off the bat, we're getting some quality returns here, some guys that would actually play. Kobe White, he would definitely be coming off the bench for this team and getting in some minutes. We're getting a lot of 80-plus overall guys, so we're going to look through these and see what we can find. So we could bring Walker Kessler back on this team, but instead what we're going to do, we're going to go for Kobe White and Andre Drummond. Kobe White's been on a tear recently for the Chicago Bulls at the time of recording this video. So we're going to go ahead and do just that. We're going to get Kobe White in here. He is for sure going to be part of this rotation coming off the bench. As you can see, he's now the 6th man. So coming off the bench now, it's Kobe White, Obi Toppin, Dario Saric, Isaiah Joe. And then, of course, we have Grayson Allen and Andre Drummond there as well. So we're going to keep doing this game where we're going to trade in one of our bench players that doesn't get any playing time. We're going to throw a first round pick in addition to that. So, like, for example, we'll do Jalen Williams, and we'll do this top 5 protected Sixers pick, and we'll see what comes up. And I think we might get some quality returns. Now, this one, not so much. I mean, unless you want to count Christian Wood as a quality return. Not getting a whole ton of value in this one. So let's try a different player. Okay, so I actually found that without doing the draft picks, if we put Poku and the other Jalen Williams in this trade finder, we're getting a return of Mark Williams and Orlando Robinson. Mark Williams being the one we care about. We're just climbing the ladder here. Let's go through with this trade, and then I'm going to go ahead, redo this rotation. And as you can see now, we got Mark Williams and Kobe White. We no longer really need Andre Drummond or Dario Saric. We'll probably keep one of them, but now what we can go ahead and do is put one of these guys in the trade finder and see if we can climb the overall ladder once again. And there you go, we've done it again. We put in a trade for Dario Saric, Andre Drummond, the 2025 first round protected pick from the Philadelphia 76ers. Now Orlando Robinson's being thrown in. We're going to get Walker Kessler back and get Kevon Looney. And now we have a player that's going to have a 3.5-star rating. So we're going to go through with this trade, go back into the trade finder, and now, because we really don't need Walker Kessler and Mark Williams off the bench, so we can put either one of these two guys in the trade finder and potentially get a good forward or guard coming off the bench in return, someone that's at 80+ overall. Okay, so interesting dilemma. I've been playing around with the trade finder. We have some Draymond Green trades because I was thinking, yeah, you know, we like Draymond Green as the enforcer for the memes and whatnot, but I mean, look at this. Draymond Green and Kobe White for DeMar DeRozan and Alex Caruso. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you would take this trade if it's offered to you, right? And then on top of that, we got this one here, Draymond Green and Mark Williams for Bam Adebayo. And Mark Williams, he's not going to get a lot of playing time. We already got Jared Allen and Walker Kessler on this roster. And you can get Bam Adebayo, and then we can go ahead and try to trade away either Jared Allen or Walker Kessler after you get Bam Adebayo, because you don't need, you know, that many centers on the team, right? That many good quality centers. It just doesn't make sense, the fit. I mean, you know, and we can also flip Bam Adebayo for a really good quality guard or forward. So we have quite the dilemma here. I like Kobe White over Alex Caruso. So that one I think we'll keep. So really it just comes down to how we feel about the current situation. I think we just keep trying to climb the ladder personally. I mean, we get Bam Adebayo, a 4-star player, right? And then we can try to flip him for a small forward or guard. You know, I'm sure DeMar DeRozan would pop up in the trade finder again, so it's not out of the question. So let's go ahead. We're going to do this trade. We're going to get Bam Adebayo on this team now. So let's look at the current situation just to get an assessment here. We got LaMelo Ball, we got Devin Booker, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Obi Toppin. So the forward position is definitely the weak spot. We got Bam Adebayo at center. We got 2 other good quality centers in Jared Allen and Walker Kessler. We got Kobe White off the bench. We got Kevon Looney, right? We're stockpiling the centers, but then again, it is good quality centers, which we can go ahead now, go into the trade finder, put Bam Adebayo in there. Let's just see what pops up. Like I said, DeMar DeRozan's going to pop up. We already know that. We got Lauri Markkanen. We got Jalen Brunson. See, I'm telling you, this is what you got to do. We got to climb this ladder, see what pops up. We could get Michael Bridges and Dorian Finney-Smith if we want to. So now we got some options. Siakam. I like Siakam. Şengün and Fred VanVleet. I would definitely want Fred VanVleet over Coby White. You know, I like Coby White, no offense, but this is just too good of a deal to pass up. Bradley Beal, Karl-Anthony Towns, we got Anthony Simons. We're also going to take a look at Jarrett Allen trades because, to be honest, I'd rather have Bam Adebayo over Jarrett Allen. And right off the bat, you can see there is a trade here for Chris Middleton. That would be a much better fit on this team. Ooh, we got Steven Adams. That's the first time he's come up, but of course we have no need for him. Any other good quality trades? Nick Claxton, it's just center for center, so not really necessary. RJ Barrett coming up. Yusuf Nurkic, no thanks. We got Karl-Anthony Towns again. Yeah, I think we have to go with the Chris Middleton trade here, right? I think that's what makes the most sense. Now, it's either the pairing of Jarrett Allen and DeMar DeRozan or the pairing of Chris Middleton and Bam Adebayo, and obviously you have to value the championship experience. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get Chris Middleton. Let's look at the roster now. We still have a stockpile of centers, so we need to address that situation. But right now, it's LaMelo Ball, Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, Obi Toppin, Bam Adebayo in the starting lineup. And then off the bench, we got Walker Kessler, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Coby White, Kevon Looney, Isaiah Joe, Malik Beasley. And these guys aren't even really getting playing time at the moment. I think we need to trade away either Kevon Looney or Walker Kessler in an attempt to get some kind of forward that's better than Obi Toppin. Okay, one last time we're going to try to climb that star rating overall ladder. Kevon Looney, no need to be on this team. He just doesn't fit coming off the bench with Walker Kessler there. Malik Beasley's not going to get much playing time anyways, so we're going to go ahead and trade both of them to get Bobby Portis to get up to a 3-star level player, and then we're going to attempt to flip Bobby Portis, see if we can get something better in return. So let's go ahead, put Bobby Portis into the trade finder. We got Alex Caruso. That would be pretty nice. Karis LeVert. Anyone else? We got Miles Bridges popping up there. We got Mitchell Robinson. We climbed the overall ladder, but not so much the star rating ladder. It's pretty much the same. And then anything else we got going on here? Yusuf Nurkic and Bol, Robert Williams. Just a lot of centers. We don't need the centers. So I think all in all, we're going to end up going with one of either Alex Caruso or Karis LeVert. Now, Alex Caruso, of course, would provide the defensive effort. Oh, and of course, sorry, Miles Bridges. We have to consider Miles Bridges, of course. We've pretty much destroyed the NBA at this point. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to trade 1-for-1 Bobby Portis Jr. for Mitchell Robinson just to see if we can flip Mitchell Robinson for an even higher overall player. I kind of doubt it, but I just want to see what happens. If anything, a lot of these trades will end up being the same. And yeah, sure enough, Karis LeVert popping up again. We don't have the Alex Caruso trade, but look, I mean, now Clint Capella is showing up. Miles Bridges is still showing up with Cody Martin too. That's not too bad. Anyone else? We got D'Lo. Don't really care for D'Lo. And that looks like, yeah, Yusuf Nurkic. Looks like it's pretty much going to do it as far as good quality players can get in return. Now, of course, we can package Mitchell Robinson with one of Isaiah Joe, Trey Mann, and yeah, we can try that. See if anything else comes up in here because, of course, Trey Mann, he's not going to get any playing time. And look at this. Okay, Lonzo Ball, not too shabby. Colin Sexton popping up now. He could come off the bench for this team. Malik Monk is good. I actually kind of like this one quite a bit. Cole Anthony, Aaron. Whoa, no way. No way. This is the perfect trade-up situation. We're going to finagle our way to get Aaron Gordon? Really? No way. All right, seeing as how that is by far the best trade in the trade finder, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves Aaron Gordon on this team. So now we have a starting lineup of Lonzo Ball, Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, Aaron Gordon, and Bam Adebayo. Off the bench, we have Walker Kessler, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Coby White, Obi Toppin, Isaiah Joe. I mean, that's a starting 5 on the Detroit Pistons right there. And there you have it. We have built ourselves a very solid roster, much better than what it was looking like a few moments ago. Now, just for fun, since we've really destroyed the league at this point with all these trades, we can, for fun, just to see what pops up. Ew, what are these trade offers for LaMelo Ball? Are you kidding me, Milwaukee? You think this is a joke? I mean, yeah, we got some, yeah, these trades are not looking that great. I guess this one is okay for De'Aaron Fox and Keegan Murray. I was just curious to see what would pop up in the trade finder if we put these guys in. But I think we are going to settle with the current roster we have, as it seems like every team in the league is now trying to fleece us because we've put together such an insane roster at this point. I mean, as far as overall wise is concerned, do I think this team could get it done in real life? Now that we've made some of these trades, I think it's a possibility. Sam Presti, it might be time to start making some trades. Get some players together. This team is not too shabby, I would say. Let's see what happens. Let's go. So we're stopping mid-simulation. As it turns out, we don't have enough players on the roster to continue simulating, and we need to sign a free agent. So we're actually going to go ahead. I don't know if this is really considered cheating for this challenge or not, but we're going to go through into, where's the free agents? There we go. Free agents, we're going to attempt to sign one of either Kevin Porter Jr. or John Wall. I am leaning towards the veteran presence of John Wall, just because Kevin Porter Jr., as we all know, we don't want to ruin the vibes in the locker room. We don't want to make things uncomfortable for guys. There are some other decent players, in the free agency pool here. We got Terrence Ross, but none of them are going to get playing time. I think it would be fun just to add John Wall, get him a championship potentially. So we'll go ahead, offer him this contract, and he has happily accepted the offer. So we should have enough players now. We'll continue with the simulation. Okay, Luka Doncic wins the regular season MVP, Rookie of the Year, you already know. Sixth Man of the Year, Russell Westbrook of the Los Angeles Clippers. Defensive Player of the Year is also Wemby. Most Improved, Jalen Johnson. Clutch Player of the Year is Anthony Edwards. And then Coach of the Year, look at that finish for your Oklahoma City Thunder. 61 wins, 21 losses, #1 in the Western Conference. This might be one of the greatest teams we have ever assembled. If we go ahead and look at the All-NBA first team, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who's now in the Phoenix Suns, getting the recognition there. And as far as the remaining teams, Devin Booker of the now Oklahoma City Thunder is on the All-NBA second team. And then looking at the All-NBA third team, no one from the Thunder there. Defensive teams, let's go ahead and take a look. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander of the Phoenix Suns, all defensive first team. And then all rookie second team, we got Jaime Jaquez Jr. of the Thunder there. And then Chet Holmgren, who's now in the Hornets, getting the all rookie first team recognitions. So let's take a look at some of these stats. Now, first things first, this team hit 40 wins before the trade deadline, but then at some point in January, actually, LaMelo Ball went down with an injury. It looks like he has finally recovered just in time for the playoffs, thankfully. But if we go ahead into the stats, you guys are going to see LaMelo Ball only played 56 out of the 82 total games. Like I said, he just got back from injury, thankfully just in time for the playoffs. Now, as far as the point totals, you can see that the amount of depth on this team has really helped out tremendously. Devin Booker still getting 28 points per game. LaMelo with 20 points per game. Middleton, 15. Bam Adebayo, 15. And then we have three other players, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kobe White, and Aaron Gordon, 10 points per game. And then again with the rebounds, we got Walker Kessler off the bench getting 8 rebounds per game. This is just huge. This team is borderline unstoppable. Assists, LaMelo and Devin Booker getting it done. We got Kobe White off the bench with 4. Steals, we got LaMelo and Jaime Jaquez Jr. getting it done. Blocks, of course, Walker Kessler off the bench getting a couple blocks. Bam Adebayo, he's known for his defense as well. And looking at the standings, the next closest team was the Denver Nuggets with 56 wins, followed by the Grizzlies with 52 and the Mavs with 51. Over in the East, there was one other team that was just as dominant or very close to it, the Milwaukee Bucks with 60 wins. Now, of course, we traded them Jarrett Allen for none other than Chris Middleton. So now their roster is Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley, Grayson Allen, Giannis, and Jarrett Allen, with Brook Lopez coming off the bench in addition to Kevon Looney. So they have quite a few centers stockpiled, and it seems like they were able to still win games even without a lot of depth at the forward or guard position that they had previously before we got Chris Middleton. So very impressive by them. Grayson Allen, the return to Milwaukee from the Phoenix Suns. And yeah, this Milwaukee Bucks team is going to be dangerous if we are somehow able to make it to the NBA Finals. Without further ado, let's go ahead, simulate the play-in, see who the matchup is in the first round. It is going to be none other than the Minnesota Timberwolves, who appear to have a decent team. It's the same team as before, I believe. They got Kenrich Williams this time, though. Starting to simulate the Minnesota Timberwolves win Game 1. Please do not tease me here. We have one of the greatest teams we've ever put together, and we're down. What is going on? No! No way! No way! How? Do we have injuries? No. What is going on? What is this? You've got to be kidding me. Game 4, we lost by a significant margin, too. That's 17 points. Are you kidding me? Lost by 5 in Game 1. We won Game 2 by 2. Lost Game 3 by 20. Lost Game 4 by 17. Oh my goodness. Mike Conley is torching us right now. What in the world is going on? We're simulating with Simcast. I can't believe this. If we really end up losing in the first round with this team, I'm just at a loss for words. Okay, so far so good here. We're going through at halftime up by about 10. Still looking pretty good. Oh no, it's getting close. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Please no. We might have to enter the simulation here. Okay, up by 7. I think we can continue. Up by 5. I think we're safe. I think we're safe. Okay. We won Game 5. Going to Simcast again for Game 6. I will not get over this if we somehow lose this series. Oh boy. Okay, going down by 8 here. We're down by about, oh no, we're down by 20. What? No way. This team. You've got to be kidding me. Just, oh my gosh. No way. Just no way. What? I'm at a loss for words, guys. I'm really at a loss for words. In a game where Devin Booker scored 41 and Bam Adebayo had 23, and on the other side, they didn't have a player that scored over 25, and they still managed to win by double digits. Wow. I'm really, Chris Middleton, 2 of 7 from the field. LaMelo Ball, 5 of 17 from the field, 2 of 11 from 3. Kobe White, 0 of 4 from 3. Jaime Jaquez Jr., 1 of 4, all from 3. Yeah, this is pitiful. This is pitiful. Right now, the Bucks are in a Game 7, and the Bucks lost. What is going on with these simulations? Why are these 8 seeds so dominant? I mean, the Miami Heat just set the expectation that an 8 seed can do it all, apparently. And we have the Nuggets and the Cavs facing in the finals. We'll go ahead, simulate this, and the Nuggets win back-to-back NBA championships with Jokic winning Finals MVP. I mean, there's a variety of different things we could have done with this team, but the fact that we won 61 games and lose in the first round, let me know in the comments what you think could have been done differently. I blame LaMelo Ball if I blame anyone, just because I don't really think he's that guy to get it done for a championship team at this point in his career. That being said, the rest of this team, I mean, we got, Devin Booker, no comment, obviously, but the Suns playing the Mavericks, we already know how that tends to go. Bam Adebayo, of course, has made it to a championship twice in his career now. Middleton is a former NBA champion. Aaron Gordon, an NBA champion. I mean, we got the championship experience. Just for fun, we'll go ahead and do one more season. Just curious. I'm just going to simulate it through without making any changes, and I'm curious to see what would happen. Okay, we're running it back with the same roster as before. You can see some players progressed, some regressed, and nonetheless, here we go. Okay, Tyrese Halliburton won MVP. We got, who knows who this is, Carrington. That's quite a tongue twister. Carrington winning Rookie of the Year. Kevin Porter Jr. got signed to the Wizards. All right, enough of this. Let's move forward. You're going to see we didn't have quite as good of a record as the previous season, but nonetheless also finishing first seed in the West, with the Nuggets finishing in the 2 seed. We're going to go ahead. We're just going to simulate this thing through and see what happens to our Oklahoma City Thunder. And this time around, finally winning the first round. And then, oh, thank you very much. It was not a fluke. Devin Booker and the Oklahoma City Thunder making it to the NBA Finals versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to go ahead and start simulating this game by game, winning Game 1, winning Game 2. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, up by 3-0, and there you go. We have it. We have a sweep. and it's not a fluke. Now, we did not accomplish our goal of winning it within that same season. However, we managed to keep the same roster going into the next season and got the comeback, got the NBA Finals victory. There you go, and beating out the defending champions 4-2 in the conference finals. So, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more NBA 2K24, my NBA rebuilds, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.